Well, I personally think that you almost always need a personal injury attorney. And the way I want you to look at this is, if you're asking that question, then you're already showing that you're uncertain of the whole process and that you don't know. So, for example, if something happens to my car and it breaks down on the side of the road and I think to myself, do I need a mechanic? Yeah, because I don't know why it broke down, right? And almost every personal injury attorney is going to do a free consultation, myself included. And so what is the harm in going and talking to that attorney and saying, do I need to hire you? And then the attorney can explain to you. Now, in my experience, having worked both in insurance defense and then also on the other side now where I'm working to help people who've been hurt, I saw firsthand, which is if the people don't have a lawyer, they get many times less money than the people who do have lawyers. And one of the biggest issues that I see with people when I see them handle their own claims, and this is people who are using and they're using AI, I've seen people use AI, is you don't know what you don't know. And so a lot of times I've seen a complaint that was filed where I'm fairly certain the person used AI, probably ChatGPT, to create the complaint, and that complaint would have worked in a different state, but it doesn't work in Colorado. They didn't know to ask, they probably didn't ask the AI, hey, this has got to be a Colorado case. Who knows why they did that. But and then a lot of times you just don't know. For example, the AI hallucinates, and so you don't know. I've done it where I'll check my thinking with AI and it'll tell me, well, there's this statute, and I'm like, I never heard of that. And I'll look up and it's not the statute, or that applies to farm equipment in Nebraska. And so it's like, that is true, but it doesn't apply to me. And then a lot of times, if you think about this in your profession, what you do for a living and what you're really good at, and then when you see someone come in and try and do it without having your knowledge and experience, and you're like, what are you doing? You think that because you Googled it, but you actually are doing a poor job, or you might be doing an adequate job, but you're missing out. Like, oh, did you know that you can actually claim damages for this over here? Or did you know that you don't get that in this case because this happened, or there's a government employee, or there's a different policy in place than you understood? And so why not talk to a personal injury attorney and just ask them? It's free. And if they're a good personal injury attorney, they will not put pressure on you to hire them at that meeting. And then if they do put pressure on you, then get out of there. So to me, there's nothing to be lost by talking to a personal injury attorney.